Hello, hello. This is Pequeno, the Flex Support player for the US Army Overwatch team, and I'm going to be giving you a quick tutorial on quickscoping with Ana. I'm going to be talking about what quickscoping is and how it differs from our other rates of fire, as well as how I got better at quickscoping and different uses for it in-game. So before we get into quickscoping, you have to understand what Ana has in her kit, which is two different types of fire, which is her no-scope as a projectile, which projectile just simply means it has a travel time through the air before it will connect with the target, as you can see here. There's a delay. Her scope, which is her ADS, is hit scan, which means as long as my crosshair is on the target and I click, it'll instantly connect. No travel time at all. So what quickscoping is sort of an animation cancel, which lets you shoot right as your scope animation is starting to pop up. As you can see, the different outline of the scope. And it allows you to not have to fully commit to aiming down your sight, but you're still allowed to shoot and have that same hit scan ability. The reason you would want to do this is because if you're holding down the scope when you fire as Ana, you move a lot slower and you're a lot easier of a target for the enemy team. So this lets you keep a good rate of motion, allows you to stay mobile, but you still have the same deadliness as if you were a hit scan, and you don't have to worry about predicting enemy movements with a projectile.
Just the way I like it.
And the way that I got better at quickscoping with Ana was that I switched my zoom to a toggle, which means that if I just touch my right click, I stay scoped in. And this allowed me to get a simple muscle memory down so that all I have to do is tap my right click, then tap my left click, which is my primary fire, and then tap my right click again. And it allowed me to get a lot smoother with quickscoping and allowed me to get it down fairly easily. The only difference with toggle zoom versus not having toggle zoom is you have to get a different type of motion down where you understand how long you have to hold your right click or your scope in order to be able to shoot and quickscope. All right, now we're going to go over a few ways that I like to use it in-game. Yeah, so let's get started.
You need your power.
All right, so different ways that you can use this in-game, the quickscoping for Ana, is battling against a Pharah, which Pharah has a very high mobility kit and allows her to fly through the air, and you don't want to have to stay scoped in while fighting her because that makes it an easier target for you to get directed.
Ahlan.
So what you want to do, just try to keep a distance and use the hit scan ability to quickscope her.
Hello.
So one non-offensive way that you can use Ana's quickscoping, even though I mostly use it for offensive ways to attack the enemy team, is on long maps like Junkertown, where there's long sight lines and most likely will be a Widow-friendly map. And you don't want to have to stand out in the open like this while you have a critical teammate and you need to stand scoped in and heal them. A good way to avoid this and making yourself a target is quickscoping them.
Go. I'll keep
So you can keep using cover and keep healing them. This prevents you from being easily targeted by the enemy team and also allows you to do your job as a healer. Here we're going to be looking at an example of me using quickscoping in-game to 1v1 a Tracer as my team backs away from spawn. As you can see, I'm already very low and have to use my nade to heal myself as I watch my Zarya die. Then from there, the Zarya and the Tracer began to try and pressure me down, and as she blinks in, I immediately pay attention to my health bar, which I can already see is about to dip below 100. From there, I go and step on the mini, and at this point, I realize I'm already low, and scoping down and trying to aim at her is not an option, making me very immobile, making me an even easier kill than I already am. And then going for no scopes, as we already said, makes it a projectile, and granted it is very close range and sometimes that can work out in your favor. Against a Tracer, you still want to have at least one guaranteed shot. So immediately as I pick up the mini, she jumps around the corner, I go for a quick scope melee combo to force her recall. Then from there, I just happen to remember her last location 3 seconds ago, and I quickscope her out of recall and as she blinks into me. Then from there, I've already brought her down to 80 HP, which lets me know that all I need is one more shot in a melee, and I'll be able to win the fight. So from there, I go for the no scope into a melee combo, and then of course finish it off with some tactical crouching. All right, that's going to conclude our tutorial. Once again, this has been Pequeno teaching you about some basics when it comes to quickscoping with Anna. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also give us a follow on our Twitch page at US Army Esports. Thank you. Goodbye.
友人の剣をくれ